Hey guys, what is up? It's your girl Ozzy and Shy here, back with another video, and today we'll be talking about natural disasters. Our subtopics today are hurricanes, tornadoes, tsunamis, earthquakes, and a whirlpool.
Hi, my name is Justin Sterone and I'm your weatherman. And now for your local forecast. It seems a little windy.
Whoa! Okay, now that the wind has stopped. Our first subtopic today is tornadoes. The past of tornadoes are: the earliest known tornado was recorded on July 5th, 1614. The top three worst known tornadoes ever recorded, from least deadliest to most, is in Grangeville, Georgia on April 6, 1936. It killed approximately 203 people. Bangladesh on March 19, 1961. It killed 210 people. Calcutta, India on April 8, 1838, 215 people were died. The future of tornadoes are: tornadoes are not the easiest to track. People normally will have about 10 minutes to prepare. In order to ensure safety, one should go to a basement or a storm cellar and continue to listen to NOAA weather radio. Some wow factors about a tornado is: a tornado needs two things to form. They need winds blowing in different directions. These winds will cause a non-visible column of rotating horizontal air, and they need a thunderstorm. Oh my god, the tornado's starting again!
And now for your local forecast. It's getting a little flushy out here.
Now that we have flushed you guys into our next subtopic, let's take a look at whirlpools. The past is: some of the strongest whirlpools in the world that have ever been recorded are Saltstraumen in Norway. It's 1.9 miles long and 490 feet wide. Moxtraumen in the Norwegian Sea. Shakopchuk Narrows in British Columbia, Canada. Osho, located in the Western Hemisphere. Naruto Whirlpool, located between Naruto and Oahe Island. It is 0.81 miles wide. And the Kurekum, which is located between the Jera and the Sakabia. Now the future is: you can't really predict a whirlpool, they just form. Some wow factors are: whirlpools form from a revolving current in an ocean, river, or lake. They may be caused by a configuration of shore irregularities at the bottom of the body of water, the meeting of opposing currents or tides, or the action of wind upon the water. Really powerful whirlpools are called maelstorms. Vortex is a proper term for any whirlpool that has a downdraft.
And now for your local forecast. Everything's feeling a little uneven.
Hey guys, look at my book collection. Whoa, what's going on? Whew, I'm glad that's over. Now our third subtopic today is earthquakes. The past is: the earliest earthquake ever recorded in China was 1177 BC. The earliest ever recorded in Europe was 580 BC. And the earliest ever recorded in America, Mexico, and Peru was 1471. The top 5 most powerful earthquakes ever recorded are: Chile, 1960. It was a 9.5, lasting only 10 minutes and killing 500 and 700 people. Alaska, 1964. It was a 9.2, killing 123 people. Japan, 2011. It was a 9.1, killing 500 people. Indonesia, 2004. It was a 9.1 and killed 220,000 people around the Indian Ocean due to the help of a tsunami it created, along with 168,000 killed in Indonesia. And last but not least, Russia, 1952. It was a 9.0, killing 2,300. Up upon the 18th century, the course of earthquakes were little understood. The future is: there is no way to predict an earthquake. It's never been done, nor it's expected to happen anytime in the future. This is because predictions that are made aren't based on scientific evidence, nor they do not meet the 3 elements required for a prediction. 5 steps to stay and ensure safety during an earthquake is 1. Secure your belongings. 2. Put latches on cabinet doors and file cabinets. 3. Fasten your water heater and other appliances. 4. Store hazardous materials in a sturdy place. 5. Keep fire extinguishers. Now some wow factors are: earthquakes are usually caused when rock underground suddenly breaks along a fault. This then releases energy, causing the seismic waves that make the ground shake. Another way to put it would be if 2 rocks plates are rubbing together, they'll stick. They don't rub smoothly. They are just pushing against each other, immobile. Eventually, the rocks break due to all the pressure that's built up. When they break, the earthquake occurs. Another earthquake, like seismic waves, can be caused by underground explosions. Another seismometer is used to detect the waves of an earthquake.
And now for your local forecast. Smells a little fishy.
Oh my god, it's a tsunami! Wait! Sorry guys, I had to relocate due to a tsunami that had occurred. Now let me tell you a little about tsunamis, which brings us to our 4th subtopic. The past is, the first tsunami ever recorded was in 1883, over 4,000 years ago, off of the coast of Syria. September 16, 2015 in Chile was when a tsunami last occurred and observed all over the Pacific region and caused damage locally. Also, the Indian Ocean tsunami occurred on December 26, 2004 in Indonesia, which was the biggest and deadliest tsunami, and the magnitude recorded was 9.3 and the waves were as high as 80 feet. Some wow factors are: a series of ocean waves caused by an underground earthquake, landscape, or volcanic eruption. Also, a tsunami is not just one big wave, but a series of waves called a wave train. The tsunami is the 3rd most deadliest natural disaster. It travels at a speed about 500 miles or 805 kilometers an hour. 2 tsunamis occur per year throughout the world, mainly happen in the Pacific region in Indonesia. The future of a tsunami is, although tsunamis can't be prevented, there are ways you can prepare for them. You can keep informed in local watches and warnings, practice evacuation routes, follow flood preparations and precautions. Climate change will increase tsunamis, rising sea levels caused by global warming.
And now for your local forecast. The wind is picking up a little.
Whoa! Whoa! How did I get in here? It's Halloween. It blew me all the way to Halloween. Now, let's talk about our last subtopic, which is hurricanes. The past of hurricanes is: the first hurricane ever recorded was in 1495, discovered by Christopher Columbus himself on his voyage to the New World. The top 5 deadliest hurricanes ever recorded: 1. The Great Gallatin Storm in 1900s, killing 8,000 to 12,000 people. Hurricane Maria in 2017, killing 5,000 people. The Okeechobee Hurricane in 1928, killing 3,000 people. Hurricane Katrina in 2005, killing 1,833 people. The Chevy Cometa Hurricane in 1893, killing 1,400 people. Now, the future of a hurricane is: scientists can predict hurricanes based on intensity once it is formed. It can be tracked by satellites, aircrafts, ships, and radars. 5 steps to prepare for a hurricane: 1. Plan your evacuation route. 2. Keep non-perishable emergency supplies on hand, like extra batteries, candles, matches, 3-day supply of drinking water, first aid supplies, weather radio, basic tools, and a flashlight. Also, take inventory of personal property. 4. Review your insurance policies. Some wow factors are: the word hurricane comes from the Taino Native American word hurricanes, meaning evil spirit of the wind. The first time a person flew into a hurricane was in 1945 during World War II. Every second, a large hurricane releases the energy of 10 atomic bombs. The hurricane season is from June to November. The planet Jupiter has a hurricane going on for over 300 years. A hurricane is formed by starting off as a tropical storm over the warm, moist water of the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. As the moisture evaporates, it rises until enormous amounts of heated, moist air are twisted. A hurricane is formed by starting off as a tropical storm over the warm, moist water of the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. As the moisture evaporates, it's rising until enormous amounts of heated, moist air are twisted high in the atmosphere.
Anyone can learn about natural disasters, but there's only a few out there who can really get down and dirty with them.
I am on the way. Wait! Let me actually tell you what I was just doing. Now, a global response and intelligence officer makes $51,000 a year. They manage and coordinate crisis responses on behalf of NBCU, Universal Assistance Worldwide. Now our second job is a meter reader, and they make $24,000 a year. They perform field and electrical duties, reading meters and recording water consumptions. Now our third job is a hurricane and disaster relief, makes $92,000 a year. They are health workers who can provide first aid treatment for those injured and monitor the well-being of those staying in Red Cross shelters. As you can see, caution! That brings us into our fourth job, which is a disaster restorator, and they make $143,500. They help to improve moisture from flooded areas and prevent molding to occur in the future. And now for our fifth job, which is an inspector. They are disaster recoverers, and they make $84,000 a year. Their job is to assist a residential inspection for property owners whose things have been damaged. Another job is a FFMA inspector. They make $62,000 a year. They enter people's homes to figure out how bad the damage is. Also, a PRN bilingual case manager makes $98,000 a year. They provide disaster case management services to individuals and families impacted by a disaster. A disaster inspector reporter makes $72,000 a year. They are required to inspect areas that have been declared touched by a disaster. A disaster research analyst makes $148,280 a year. They research, evaluate, analyze, interpret, and integrate open source information pertaining to a disaster management. And our last job is a restoration technician. They make $42,000 a year. They offer full management of environmental, catastrophe, and residential services, including water, fire, and a natural disaster. Guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed our video. Don't forget to like our video, comment down below, and turn your post notifications on. Bye, guys! Bye, guys!